Hello guys, ZPB here, and welcome to the third episode of ZPB Duopolies, where I'll be comparing video games to one another to see which one's better and worth getting. Now I intended to do Rayman 3 Hoodlum Hammock vs London SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bomb, but since the Rayman 3 disc was having problems trying to read, I had no choice but to choose some different games. We're going to be comparing Split Second Velocity to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the 2010 reboot if you're wondering. Let's start with Split Second Velocity, developed by BlackRock Studio and published by Disney Interactive Studios. Now Split Second is a racing game similar to Need for Speed, which might be the reason I'm comparing it to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, but does have some elements of like other racing games such as Burnout or Blur, which funny enough came out at the same time as Split Second, but with a few differences. By performing stunts in a race such as like hopping or drifting, you fill up this special bar which allows you to trigger the environment, which like destroys it, like so you can use to your advantage. It can be quite useful to get rid of opponents, but you gotta be careful because you can wreck yourself if you're not careful, just as easy as you can as they can. Now, when I first started playing this game, I found something weird, which is the controls. Now, as with most modern racing games, you have to use a right trigger to accelerate, and there's no way you can customize the controls to use the A button. I mean, I'm okay with the right trigger, but I usually like using the A button like other old school racing games. Now it's not Pitfall 3D levels of awkward, but it's kind of, I mean the controls okay, but I do wish I could use the A button, but I can still use a trigger, but I'd rather be using the A button. Well, take Pure for instance, that lets you use the A button to accelerate. So why can't this game can? Black Rock. Oh, you silly. Now in Split Second, there is a good amount of licensed cars, such as a Ryback Brawler, and the Corvette 455 GT, and you can select colours like in Need for Speed, but you can't customise the colour, so you're just choosing for some colours. And you also notice I've got 3 cars. Well, I haven't played a lot of this game. I might try and play it more over the holidays, see more cars. Well, that's enough of Split Second Velocity. Let's move on. Now that we talked about Split Second Velocity enough, let's look at Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, developed by Criterion Games and published by EA. Now Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is like its predecessors, which is a racing game, of course, but it does have some new changes. First of all, it has more vehicular combat than the previous titles, much like the Burnout games, which funny enough, Criterion Games also developed. And similar to Split Second, it is possible to wreck the cars, but wrecking your car is a serious mistake you'd want to regret. But it has some superior qualities that knock Split Second out of the park. But first, the controls. Now I mentioned in Split Second that you can only use that right trigger to accelerate, but in this game you can actually change your controls to use any button you like, because I just love to use a good old A button. Unlike Split Second Velocity, you can play as a police officer in the game, where you try and go after some suspects and try to ram in their car. Now with the damage model, similar to the Burnout games, These chases can be really satisfying and intense. Ooh, you take that. Now come back here, you. Yep. Yes, took you down, heh. So you must ram their car. They've got health meters, and you can bust them if you get the health bar to 0. What else is there? Well, I'll show you. The car selection in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Hot Pursuit, absolutely rocks. Check these cars out. You've got the Charger SRT8, the Lancer Evolution X, which by the way looks really cool, the BMW Z4S Drive 5 ES, the Porsche Spider, and the Mazda RX-8. Now, like Split Second, you can change the colours of them, but you can't use custom colours. So if you want to drive a pink car, I mean, why would you? So unfortunately, you can't do that. Other than that, the cars look really good and well realistic with gorgeous reflection effects on them. Honestly though, my favourite car in the game is this one, the BMW Drive 3i5 is, sorry, it's so weird to pronounce. It looks so cool. If I was to buy a car, I'd definitely get this one because it looks so awesome, especially when it's red. Well, now which game is the best? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It's an addictive game with lots of new cars to unlock, gorgeous graphics, intense police chases, and overall high sense of addiction. Only get Split Second Velocity if you're interested in Michael Bay-esque explosions, but personally, if you love a good racing game on the 360, which involves high-speed chases, then look no further than Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It's a great game. Only get Split Second Velocity if you're interested in Michael Bay, even if this game has nothing to do with him, but it does have a lot of explosions in it. Once again, get Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. You will not regret your purchase. Well, that's the end of this video. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. This is ZPB Studios signing off.